At Catholic Studies, we study the impact of the Incarnation on human thought and culture. Our program is interdisciplinary, and it engages the whole of the Catholic intellectual tradition, as well as important pagan voices from the past and contemporary secular thinkers.
I remember picking up the Aeneid and being like, oh boy, like, am I cut out for this whole school thing? And then just super quickly, I started seeing these themes map onto Catholicism.
Our aim is to produce in students a fully Catholic vision, which can take in anything and learn how to absorb it, modify it, develop it, so as to bring it into alignment with the truth.
I was a sociology major, so I've always been interested in why people are the way that they are. Why as a culture we do the things that we do, why we believe what we believe. And that's something that's been deepening as I've come to Catholic studies. I can see the integration of faith and scholarship, how exactly the Incarnation has impacted art and history, literature.
We do read quite a few Lives of the Saints, and I really took a lot of what Therese said in trusting in God's providence and looking back on your life and seeing God at work in all times. I am a revert to the faith. I look at now, having read Therese, and I look at these experiences and many things that I fell short on in my life pre-Christianity, and I'm able to look and see, oh, God was working in this.
My friends, my spiritual life, whatever else is part of my life, this is going to be imbued by this intellectual vision that I've been given, such that you can't really live a compartmentalized life when you study like this.
Many people, when they leave our program, they go back to the work that they were already doing, but with a different understanding of what it's about. And, they're in the classroom thinking about Dante's account of sin, or they are working with a client in their office and they're thinking about Therese of Lisieux in The Little Way, or maybe they're reading Tolkien to their children.
That's not really the way that the world wants to look at education these days. They want to cut off the base and just have the branches in some ways. If you don't have those roots, if you don't have the trunk, then the branches aren't going to have their rootedness and really end up doing what they're supposed to do, which is to exist and flourish in the world and actually further it somehow.
I'll be riddled with 1,000 questions about, your math teacher, what does this have to do with you? And the answer is everything. This God that made pi, that made natural numbers, that made all of these systems is the same God that ordered your life.
I felt like I could kind of bring it back to my classroom and share it with them. I developed some different independent reading activities where the kids will read their books, and I'll ask them, now let's talk about this chapter with a Catholic lens.
It's possible to complete the degree entirely online. Students have a great experience with that way of approaching the classes. And it's possible to move back and forth from online to in person. So, no one has to commit at the beginning of the program to one way of doing it. We don't have two different categories of students.
Yeah, I have 1 year left and I'm already sad about graduating. If that tells you anything, I'm already like, oh man, do I really have to leave this place?